For those who thought that Donald Trump somehow discovered fraud after the election or during the election, you wake up. They have been planning for losing for a long time. They have had methods that they were designing that were going to be placed into action as soon as they lost. That is the reason why they were telling their folks not to vote early, to come out on the day of voting and vote, because what they wanted to show is that in the beginning, it looked like Trump was winning. But as all the mail-in votes came in, as we knew he was going to lose big, what he wanted to do was stop the count. And because he couldn't, they had different options, 1, 2, 3, etc. If you doubt it, listen to one of his proteges and what they had to say right here.
Of course, Roger Stone had another job to do, one he couldn't do from behind bars. He became a linchpin in the effort to steal the 2020 election. And this new footage obtained by The Beat reveals for the first time that Stone had the playbook for Donald Trump's attempted coup as early as November 5th. That's just 48 hours after Election Day and 2 days before Joe Biden was declared the winner. Listen to Stone in this video shot by a Danish documentarian dictating a scheme intended for his associates on an encrypted group chat to create false slates of electors.
Although state officials in all 50 states must ultimately certify the results of the voting in their state, the final decision as to who the state legislatures authorize be sent to the Electoral College is a decision made solely by the legislature. Any legislative body may decide on the basis of overwhelming evidence of fraud to send electors to the Electoral College who accurately reflect the president's legitimate victory in their state, which was illegally denied him through fraud. We must be prepared to lobby our Republican legislatures by personal contact and by demonstrating the overwhelming will of the people in their state, in each state, that this may need to happen.
Not exactly the Gettysburg Address, but that is exactly what happened. Republicans in 7 states followed that plan, creating bogus slates of pro-Trump electors that they swore on an affidavit that was the real one, except for 2 states that hedged. This was key to the plan for January 6th. Trump allies pressured Vice President Mike Pence to recognize those fake, false electors during the certification of the vote. And as January 6th approached, remember, Roger Stone remained enmeshed in the preparations. He participated in planning meetings with other Trump allies, including that infamous one at the Willard Hotel. On the night of January 5th, he riled up the crowd gathered in the Capitol.
This is nothing less than an epic struggle for the future of this country between dark and light, between the godly and the godless, between good and evil. And we will win this fight, or America would step off into 1,000 years of darkness. We dare not fail. I will be with you tomorrow, shoulder to shoulder.
Say what you will about the guy, but at least he doesn't have the absolute creepiest affect you've ever encountered in any human alive. Stone also mused about violence and associated with members of the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, 4 of whom actually escorted him back to the Willard Hotel that night. 2 of those men, along with several other members of both organizations, have since been found guilty by a jury of their peers of the very serious crime of seditious conspiracy. So, when you take a step back, you look at the facts. It certainly looks like Donald Trump sprung Roger Stone from prison so that he could then plot a violent coup on Trump's behalf.
So again, it's clear. This was planned. It is clear. This was always going to be the case. Donald Trump intended on stealing the election, and like what all those who project do, he was projecting about the election being stolen. It is he who had intent on stealing the election. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.